Grand Theft Auto Vice City Definitive Edition. Released November of 2021. Available on all modern platforms. Retailing for $59.99 in the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition. Grand Theft Auto Vice City was the sequel to Grand Theft Auto 3 and was released almost exactly a year later, having actually started development as an expansion for Grand Theft Auto 3. And despite its humble origin, Vice City managed to be an improvement on Grand Theft Auto 3 in virtually every respect. The game starts with our protagonist, Tommy Vercetti, being sent to Vice City. He has recently gotten out of prison after 15 years, and he is meant to establish some drug connections while in Vice City. However, the deal he was sent to make is ambushed, and the drugs and the money are gone. His boss doesn't really care about the situation. He expects Tommy to get his drugs and his money back. And now the game proper starts, and we find Tommy in mid-80s, fake Miami. And the first thing you're going to notice is that Tommy is a very different character from Claude. For one, he's not a silent protagonist. In fact, he's voiced by Ray Liotta, so pre-mission cutscenes are very different. Rather than someone simply speaking at you, they are actual conversations you witness. And depending on the situation, Tommy might be friendly, sarcastic, threatening, or even a little abusive.
You for ages, mate. You know why I am?
Looking for some English guy.
Kent Paul. Kent Paul, mate. Yeah, I'm the governor around here. I'll sort things out. You know what I mean? I'll treat you. Whatever you want, I'll get you, girl. Don't you worry about a thing, mate.
Get lost, honey.
Oi.
You Ken Paul? I'm a friend of Rosenberg's.
Rosenberg. Oh, that bonkers ambulance chaser. That guy could defend an innocent man all the way to death row. Gets another drink, bruv?
Everybody's a comedian. Listen to me. I'm missing 20 keys and a lot of cash.
Drugs, mate? It's a mug's game.
What do you know about it?
Oi, well, what I was coming to was, there's some chef come trumpet shifter who deals that kitchen of a hotel on Ocean Drive. He's been looking real pleased with himself lately. You could go and check him out.
I will. And I'll be seeing you around.
The missions themselves can also be considerably more complicated than they were in Grand Theft Auto 3, frequently being a series of events as opposed to go to place, do a thing, with some of them even having mid-mission cutscenes, or dialogue between characters while traveling to a destination. Missions are also much slower to reward you money this time around, and there is much more to actually do with your money this time around. As firstly, even if you're collecting hidden packages, you'll still need to frequent the gun shops, as what you get from hidden packages is less immediately useful to you, as the first 10 will get you body armor, which is very nice to have, and 20 packages get you a chainsaw, which is a lovely Scarface reference, but not very useful for most missions. In fact, the packages will never give you a submachine gun or an assault rifle, so your bread and butter weapons will need to be bought or found out in the world. And they're hidden a bit better this time around. You can also use money to buy properties around Vice City. And there are two kinds of properties to buy. There are ones that can be purchased from the very beginning of the game, assuming you have the money, and they are simply new safe houses. You can save your game, usually store a vehicle or two, but these safe houses that you buy will not have your hidden package items. Only the hotel at the start of the game will, and Vercetti Estates later on. The other kind of properties, which you can't buy till about midway through the game, are actual businesses. When you buy a business, you will unlock missions to do for that business. When you complete all the missions for a business, it starts generating income on a daily basis. The amount of missions and the amount of income generated vary greatly from business to business. The boatyard only has one mission you need to do, and only generates $2,000 a day. The Malibu Club has a whole heist storyline you have to do, and it will generate $10,000 a day. As you work your way through the game and do your missions, you will encounter many memorable characters, many of which will unsurprisingly betray you at some point, but such is a hallmark of the Grand Theft Auto series, and several of them are voiced by notable actors. Luis Guzman, Gary Busey, Burt Reynolds, Danny Trejo, all make appearances here. As you do your missions, Tommy will frequently have to have different wardrobe. And post-mission, you will then have access to this wardrobe in a roundabout sort of way, as you can change Tommy's outfit whenever you please, but you can't do it on the fly. All the wardrobe is not waiting for you at a safe house. Each outfit is found at a different location in-world. So if you want to wear Tommy's very 80s style suit, you have to go to Raphael's to pick it up. Your jeans and Hawaiian shirt will be waiting for you back at your safe house if you want them. And so forth and so on. Unfortunately, your outfits are not marked on your map, so you're just going to have to remember where to find them. Though it is nice, there is at least a small level of customization available for your character. Also nice to have in Vice City are motorcycles, as they were nowhere to be found in Grand Theft Auto 3. And they do have a certain advantage over cars. That being that you can fire a gun straight ahead when you're on a motorcycle. This makes any mission where you need to destroy a car much easier, as you can just get behind the car and start firing. No more having to do a drive-by. Once you have every business producing money, it's time for the game to end. In this case, your boss that sent you here has come to collect his cut of all you've been doing in Vice City. And Tommy is not inclined to give him a cut. So you have to defend Tommy's mansion from an all-out attack. Like much of this game, this is of course a reference to Scarface. But unlike Scarface, it's not all that hard to come out on top in this situation. And like most open-world games, at this point you can just go around enjoying the world. So is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Definitive Edition worth your time and money? Well, I'm not going to try and hide it. Vice City is my personal favorite Grand Theft Auto. And while this Definitive Edition had a very rocky release, it has been fixed with patches over the years. And while this Definitive Edition added less than the Grand Theft Auto 3 Definitive Edition, it still does add some very nice conveniences for the modern age, such as a modern control scheme. It is unfortunate that you have to buy this in a collection, and you can't simply buy Vice City Definitive Edition just by itself, as I personally would have been more inclined to just buy Vice City. But still, $60 to get the definitive versions of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas is not a terrible deal, as this game, along with the other two, are all easily worth $20 apiece. And there's a lot to do here, even outside the story missions, as there are stunts to complete and rampages to do, and side missions in the form of delivering pizza, being a vigilante, driving an ambulance, or a taxi, all of which do provide you with some kind of gameplay benefit, and none of which turn into a chore before you're done with them. So yes, I absolutely recommend Grand Theft Auto Vice City Definitive Edition. Maybe one day we'll actually get a definitive edition of Vice City Stories, though I understand making a deal with Phil Collins is the major stumbling block there. Yet another reason to hate Phil Collins. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.